Hello, Rasa.
Hi, Dad.
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Excellent. Are you ready to know everything?
Yes.
Let's do it. Today, I want to share with you a fairly crazy theory that I think will help you understand and solve the problems of you and almost anyone else.
Huh? What is it?
Everyone is a baby.
What?
I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. What is the deal with babies? I had no idea before you were born. I had never taken care of a truly little kid. But I got 24 hours of experience a day, so I was almost an expert after just a single month. And I now knew if a baby is fussy, if they're crying, if they're upset, well, feed them, give them something to drink, help them go to the bathroom, or have them take a nap. And a month after that, I realized the same thing was true for me and Mom and everyone we know. Half the time or more, when I'm angry, when I'm cranky, when I'm upset, I can solve it by feeding me, by giving me some water, by having me stop and go to the bathroom, or having me take a nap.
That sounds familiar. You take a 30-minute nap every day.
Yes, I have started treating myself like a baby ever since I had a baby. I even took a nap on a park bench in Disneyland when we went there.
I remember that.
The loudest, most crowded place in the world. But it works. I feel much better. And when I start applying them to other people, it works too. If Mom's upset, I'll make her a little food. The same way I would baby you. If I'm at a meeting and people are getting cranky, I say, let's get up, let's stretch, let's have a sip of water. And, as you said, I take the nap.
Yeah. And I've noticed that when you haven't taken a nap yet, you're really grumpy and you're like, oh, this is horrible. But then you take a nap and you come back and you're like, it's a great idea. Let's do it.
I've noticed the same thing in you, not in taking a nap, but if we're out playing basketball and you haven't had water, you get a little salty.
Yeah.
And if we're at home doing homework, or I'm like, let's go record a podcast, and you haven't had your breakfast or your lunch yet, not the best idea, is it?
Nope.
We all have basic needs. Babies just know it in a way we older people may have forgotten. That's the thing. We're all babies. I really just mean babies are human beings that don't hide their needs. They make them clear to everyone. They're sort of smarter than us in that way because they're not so smart that they think they can get away with not taking care of themselves. So take care of yourself, take care of other people too, and do the steps that you would with a baby. Eat something, drink a little water, get some rest, consider going to the bathroom. If you still have a problem afterward, okay, maybe you have a problem. But I think if everyone tried this technique, half the problems on our planet would magically disappear.
Yeah. I remember at the beginning of this, I was grumpy. And I now realize that's because I was thirsty. But I kind of just ignored it. Well, I hope you'll excuse me. I'm off to get some water.
Are you ready for today's poem?
Yes, I am.
It's called Two Writers by David Ray. And it's from the new issue of the Whitefish Review. I saw it had poems by two people with the same last name. And I realized when I looked up their bios that they're husband and wife. So I thought we'd read one this episode and the other next episode.
Okay.
Two Writers by David Ray. It's as if my loneliness is just a fuse for hers. She is in the other room, her sacred space, and I am in my own, both autonomous, although our minds are often intertwined. Now and then, I know hers has strayed to mine, as if thick walls are thin, and we are opposite as mirrors, reflected to each other. One smile can shatter glass, and a frown can nearly kill. Her pride is fused for mine as well, and burdens lift to lightness.
Wow. Can I read it?
Please.
Two Writers by David Ray. It's as if my loneliness is just a fuse for hers. She is in the other room, her sacred space, and I am in my own. Both autonomous, although our minds are often intertwined. Now and then I know hers has strayed to mine, as if thick walls are thin. And we are opposite as mirrors, reflected to each other. And smile can shatter glass, and a frown can nearly kill. Her pride is a fuse for mine as well, and burden lifts to lightness.
What does autonomous mean? Do you know?
No, please tell me.
Autonomous means independent, operating independently from somebody else. What does intertwined mean?
Intertwined means wrapped around each other together.
Connected.
Connected.
It's the opposite of autonomous.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this poem because in our time of being together so much at home, I feel like we are autonomous but intertwined all day, where I'm doing my typing, my writing, you're doing your homework, I'm doing my reading, you're doing your reading, mom's doing her Zoom meetings, and so on and so forth, and we're all independent, but we do connect, don't we?
Yeah. You help me with my math homework, and then I let you bounce off your ideas for a new book, and then
Mom comes up to pet the cats.
and then Mom goes up to pet the cats, and we go on a walk.
So sometimes the walls seem really thick and we feel really separate. And
Yeah.
sometimes they feel really thin.
Yeah.
And sometimes the thickness is protective and sometimes it makes us lonely. And sometimes the thinness is connective and sometimes it's irritating.
Yeah.
What about one smile can shatter glass and a frown can nearly kill? Do you see us feeding off each other's moods in that same way?
Yeah. If I'm grumpy, I go, no, that's a dumb way you're helping with my math homework. You go, well, fine, you can just do it by yourself.
Or I get an email that upsets me and I come down and my sulky mood affects you sometimes.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you can bring me back. Your smile can turn my frown around, where otherwise I might have just stayed there forever.
I don't know if forever, but maybe for the day.
And that's the last line, isn't it?
And burden lifts to lightness.
Thank you for lifting my burdens.
Same here. Thank you for sticking with me through walls thick and thin.
Last segment of the show. Do you have a vexing question for me?
Yes, I do. My vexing question is, why do we have eyebrows? I know we have eyelashes to catch dust and stuff from falling in our eyes. But why do we have these two patches of hair just randomly on our face?
Great question. I will look up the physiology, the psychology, the anatomy, the everything, and get back to you soon.
Sounds good.
I'm back, and I've got the answer to your vexing question. Eyebrows serve two main purposes: windshields and emojis. By windshields, I mean they protect our eyes from falling sweat and rain. They even block excess sunlight, like a built-in baseball cap brim. With our eyes clean and clear, we can see better in all conditions.
That makes sense. But what about emojis?
Well, by emojis, I mean eyebrows help express our emotions to one another. One raised eyebrow equals skepticism or interest. Two raised eyebrows, surprise! Downward slanting eyebrows, anger or concentration. According to one scientific study, eyebrows are even more recognizable than eyes in identifying other people.
What?
In the study, people could identify celebrities 60% of the time with their eyes blanked out, but only 46% of the time with their eyebrows removed. That's how important they are in communicating not just how we're feeling, but who we are.
Yeah, that's true. I can't scowl without downturning my eyebrows. Let me try. No. I need to pull them up. Ooh. I can't do it.
Yes, without eyebrows, you become the invisible, or at least emotionless, girl. Our very identifiability disappears.
Whoa. Wah, ha, 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 ha.
You Must Know Everything is produced by me, Jeremy Smith, and her, Rasa Smith, with awesome music by Furniture. Learn more and submit your own vexing questions at our website, youmustknoweverything.com. Subscribe via Apple Podcasts, Android, Spotify, or however you like to listen, and hear dozens of previous episodes for free. Please rate, review, and share the show with friends. And please join us next time for everything you need to know.